Hi there, my name is Ashley Gonzalez, and I'm the founder of SimpOps, and where we believe in simplifying your operations. And today you've arrived here because you are having some issues with your lead capture system, and maybe you don't even have a system. So, this is a very simple and direct video that will show you where your leads are falling through the cracks. Whether you've been a serial entrepreneur and you have a CRM, it's just not being used to its, fullest potential. We'll have some things that you can implement today. Or if you are a solo entrepreneur and you find yourself at bandwidth and sometimes you're just kind of running by the seat of your pants and trying to make sure you're fulfilling your current clients' deliverables and also managing new leads coming in. We have something for you. And then if you are a newer entrepreneur and maybe don't have the financial means to invest in multiple tools or softwares, and right now you're just getting started with, networking in person, through referrals, word of mouth, you too can still use this system to make sure you're not losing leads. Now, there is a difference between having a CRM and doing things manually, but if we can start solving that cash problem for you in the beginning, then we can get you to the next step of having a full CRM where you can build a business that doesn't take up all of your time and you can still profit from it, and making sure that you take care of your clients as well. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to get right into it. I am going to get myself out of this camera here so you can see the full presentation. Okay, so here we go. The real problem, it's not always about getting more leads. Most businesses are lacking systems that handle the ones they already have. So streamlining the systems that you already have, taking them out of your memory, off of paper, and into a system that works for you instead of you working for it. The opportunity gap. The common scenario is leads will reach out, nothing happens fast enough for that lead, and so then they end up going to another business or another competitor. So then you lose the opportunity. So today's promise is I'm going to show you where you can identify the gaps, learn what to do instead, and get to fixing it today, even if you're not tech. So where leads fall through, this is the 4 critical breakdown points. Stage 1, a slow first response. A delayed initial contact leaves prospects waiting and vulnerable to competing offers from faster moving competitors. Stage 2, missing follow-up. Inconsistent follow-up messaging causes prospects to lose interest and momentum in the sales process. In stage 3, memory-based tracking. Relying on human memory instead of systematic records leads to missed details and repeated questions, frustrating prospects. And then stage 4, after hours silence. No support outside business hours means lost opportunities and unresolved issues when prospects need help the most. These gaps cost businesses real revenue every single day. So let's break down number 1, why it's important to have a faster response time. So slow first response kills trust. Hours or days pass before a reply. You are already forgotten, especially in this day and age with AI and automations. People have already moved on to the person that's going to respond to them. Number 2, people expect speed. Fast responses build immediate trust. And 3, speed isn't about perfection. It's simply about acknowledgement. Breakdown number 2, the one and done reply trap. You reply once and then wait, but leads don't respond. No response does not equal no interest. They're busy, distracted, comparing. Third plus touch point conversions. Many conversions happen on the third plus touch point, not the first. And then missing follow-up means leaving money on the table. So if you're only reaching out to your leads once or twice, even 3 times, it's not enough. You want to at least reach to them 4 times. And marketing studies show that by the 7th touch point, that's generally when the person is ready to purchase if they've been shopping around. And breakdown number 3 is when your system lives in your head. So the memory trap. Trying to remember who reached out, replied, the needs, follow up, why it fails is mental tracking gets exhausting and things slip through the cracks. Just like you get busy, your leads are busy too. Every lead needs one organized home. Doesn't matter if you have your CRM, you have a project manager, your email, or even a notepad. You need a system and you must follow through with your system that works for you. Breakdown number 4. After hours equals radio silence. Leads reaching out at 8, 10 p.m. weekends, getting 0 response. They sit in silence until business hours, and often too late. Even a simple automated acknowledgement keeps leads warm. You don't need to work 24/7, but your first response system should. And to further clarify on that, if you are someone who doesn't have multiple tools, but you have a phone, that can still be your response system. You can edit your voicemail to say, "Hi, thank you for calling SimpOps. We are unavailable at this time. Our office hours are Monday through Friday from 9 to 5. We will follow up with you as soon as we possibly can. In the meantime, please go check out our website to learn more about us." Give them direction. An example message. "Thanks for reaching out. We got your message and we'll follow up shortly." Now, if you are a little bit more advanced and you do have some softwares that allow automations, which a lot of softwares do nowadays, whether you're using Flowdesk or you're using ManyChat, Meta, Facebook and Instagram, LinkedIn, a lot of these platforms and softwares do allow for automated messaging or auto replies. You can even save them. And we'll go into that a little bit further along. So there really isn't an excuse for not responding back to your leads, whatever tool you have. So what should happen instead? This is a simple 4-step lead path. So an immediate acknowledgement. Lead knows message received and what to do next. Organized tracking. One place to see all your leads. A follow-up sequence. So day 0, they get a reply. Day 1, follow up. Day 3, check in, and so on and so forth. And then a clear next step. In the marketing world, we like to call this a call to action. You'll probably see this word around called the acronym CTA. You want to make sure that you are guiding your leads to the next step. So whether that's booking a call, request a quote, learn more, reply with details, you are the one that's in the lead. So this is the implementation path. If you are a business owner who has a CRM or Go High Level, like over here at SimpOps, we do use Go High Level. Whatever your CRM interface is, this is what we are going to recommend for you. Don't know what a CRM is? It means it's a customer relationship manager. It's a big fancy word to say this is your database where you keep all of your leads information in, where you can track all of the data and get reporting, do a whole bunch of other good, cool things if you have a really comprehensive CRM like Go High Level. So this is for you. Create an instant auto reply. Set up automatic responses to engage leads immediately when they contact you. If you have a CRM and you do not have an auto reply in place, you are you're throwing a lot of money on the table for a CRM and not using it to its fullest capacity. This is the biggest secret to buying back your time, is creating some auto replies. Number two, we're going to focus on building your pipeline. Simple stages, right? So a new lead, contacted, follow up, booked. So organize your pipeline with clear, logical progression through the customer journey. And then step three, you're going to add 1 to 2 follow-up automations. Create automated workflows to nurture leads and move them through your stages. So if you or a team member on your team hasn't created automation to be, where your lead is moved into the stages automatically, then that's something that you should look into, because a lot of times if you have multiple team members and they are manually inputting the information, that's another way where the opportunity can be missed, because depending on the sales associate, if they're not inputting the information, during the sales call or post call, if there's not a system that you guys have in place for that, that is an easy way for leads to be missed, follow-ups to be forgotten about, even with a comprehensive tool like a CRM. So if you can create one automation specifically to automatically move your lead from stage 1 to stage 4 and so on and so forth, that would be magnificent for you and your business. And then also having an opt-in automation from the moment that the lead reaches out to you, you have an automation where you are collecting your lead's information. What are you trying to collect? Their name, email, phone number. Get them in your system so that way you can nurture them. Okay? And if you want to learn more, there will be a link towards the end of this video on how we can set that up. All right, so this is the implementation path. This is for the business owner who's, a solo entrepreneur and you have multiple tools that you're using. So it's not so much the tools that matter, the tool matters less than the habit, okay? So it doesn't matter if you don't have a full CRM, just use what you have and focus on the following. Save 3 saved reply templates. So create templates for common scenarios. What are things that a lot of your leads are asking you about? Create templates around that. What is the main questions that they ask you? What is the main offer that you are focused on right now? Use a spreadsheet, track the name, date, service, next follow-up date. And then you add calendar reminders. Schedule your follow-up touch points. And then use one booking link. You can use Calendly or any other similar easy scheduling tools, which there's plethora of them. And once you can get this system in track, and getting that steady revenue coming in, I would highly, highly, highly suggest you switching over to a CRM so that way you can reduce a lot of the manual activities here, because with a CRM, you can create automations where you'll be reminded on, calendar events coming up. So will your lead, you can have all of these set in place. You won't have to manually do a lot of these activities. Okay. And then for those of you who are still using you're just getting started out and it's a little bit old school approach, and that's okay. It still works. This is what I would recommend. And this also can apply for email. And if you're doing in-person network marketing, this is a system that works. Now, this is all going to be manual until you can get to the position where you can either get a combination of softwares or just get one CRM. Again, I would recommend a CRM for sure, because a lot of these CRMs nowadays have the fullest capacity, but there is a learning curve, especially if you are not tech savvy. Let me know later in the comments if you have any questions about what tools I would recommend to someone just starting out, especially if you're not tech savvy. So, number 1, save 3 common text message templates or even email. It doesn't have to be through text. It can be email. Keep pre-written messages ready for quick deployment. So after you're meeting somebody, in person, What are you sending to them? And make sure it's not also so generic. I mean, it can be generic, but add a personal touch to that, to the note that you send them, so that way they like remember you. It needs to be authentic. People need to be able to feel that, oh yes, I remember meeting Ashley at, so and so, like she was so awesome. She gave me some great pointers and I felt like that connection was really genuine, So make sure that it's felt and it feels real. Number 2, keep a notebook sheet, right? Name, date, service needed, next follow-up, manual tracking of customer information and timeline. You can also do an Excel spreadsheet if you're comfortable. If not, the notebook still works. Again, later on, it may get a little harder to maintain if you're getting a lot of leads and referrals, word of mouth. And then 3, set daily phone reminders and calendar reminders for follow-ups you need to make. Use your phone's alarm to stay on top of promised calls. So, and number 4, reply quickly, even if it's short. Speed beats complexity every time. Fast response matters more than perfect communication. And I want to add to that, consistent. So like if your lead time, your follow-up time is 2 hours, a 2-hour reply, make sure that from the time you meet that lead, and let's say until the time you onboard them and you give them deliverables and you provide the services that you agreed upon, you always stay within that same form and line of communication. So that way people can know that, oh, okay, she's always pretty reliable. She always messages back within 1 to 2 hours. I can always get a response. I know or if the expectation is 24 hours, you get to be in control of what that looks like for you. So fast and simple beats perfect and complex. Moving on, quick wins. So let's just start with one piece today. Step 1, pick your path. Choose the implementation approach that fits your tools. Start with one piece. You don't need to implement everything today. Just take one action. And step 3, watch it compound. Small improvements in follow-up create big revenue shifts. And you got this. So by now, you obviously received the email with this video, along with the ready-to-use templates for all 3 implementation paths, whether you have a CRM, you have multiple tools, or you're just getting started. Choose your version and implement one piece today. The whole point of SimpOps is to encourage you to have simple systems, get real results, and less friction. So if you got this far, thank you so much. Congratulations. If you love the information and need extra guidance and want a second set of eyes, we do have the SimpOps lead audit option, and where you can get us to review your current systems. We can send you a personalized video on what is the best fast actions you can take right now. So you should see that button towards the end of this video on the top right-hand corner in blue. It says Get Lead Audit. Thank you so much for being here. We are rooting for you. Wish you so much success.